about the human environment. Okay. So here some of the important the topic is given about this chapter is about human environment, rural and urban settlements, then a means of transport and means of communication. Now this chapter all about is about the settlement, and when we speak about the settlement, certainly there is a relationship with the transport and communication. Okay, so first of all we have to know when we speak about the settlement, there is a related with the what? What is related with this? There is a transport and then a communication. It means this will come the communication second. Now here I just want to talk to you about what I have written here on the board. Okay. Now what exactly the settlement or what exactly the title is all about? Human environment. Then right from the beginning, when people were not in the sense especially thousands and thousands of years ago, we can't say the thousands years, but maybe the millions years we can say, no? Because at that time people were not that much aware about their this kind of mentality right now we have got. So in earlier days, human being did not have that much idea how to settle, how to live, but they were just on the spot, whatever they found in the forest or whatever on their way, they were finding those things and then eating and surviving their way. But gradually when the days and years started passing by, people started developing themselves, and then they are tired of moving. They were tired of crossing the rivers. Certain things occurred during the time. So those things are actually made a lot of problem for the people to move every now and then. Now, why I am saying this settlements, the term settlements means what? A person who is making the house. People are building the home because they are tired of moving to place every now and then. So when you see that people are traveling, they are not permanent settlers. They are not permanent settlers. Therefore, people start building the home. And here, suppose you look at a person who is bringing the bricks, cement, and then building the houses. Automatically, you will come to know that this person is going to settle down. But if suppose a person is making the tent, making the something either it is in the form of a thatch or a leaf, trees leaves are used, then it is not possible. So since it is building the houses, so people learn from their mentality, from their development, they learn how to build the houses, and then permanently they started settling. Now, at the same time, they cannot move for the food from here to there. So they found some sort of seeds, and then they started growing the seeds, and out of the seeds actually they started surviving themselves. So today, for example, we have the crops like wheat, rice, dal, chana and all we are eating. These are all a part of the started growing. And that's the method they learn. That while you are settling down, you need a food. While you settle down permanently, you need something to survive for yourself. So people started these crops growing. And then most of the time, whenever the settlement has taken place, most of the time, people are settling near the river valley. So because of this settling near the river valley, they found some of the advantages. Now, which are the advantages? Suppose your house is in the middle of the desert. Will you get water for any sort of a job you are doing or any work you are doing at home? any activity suppose you want to perform, you need the water regularly, frequently. So people are very happy in settling near the river. That's why you can find that some of the examples I will give here. Some of the examples, that is you have heard in your previous books and all about the people settling down near the river. Have you heard the Nile River?
Yes,
Have you
sir.
heard the this Tigris River? Yes or no? Have you heard about the Indus?
No. Yes.
Have you heard one more river is there? Something like a something like that. Like that many,
Yes.
like that many rivers are there. About this history you will be coming to know. Now Nile River is the longest river in South Africa, no? And here the civilizations were living, especially our which civilizations were living in Nile area. Have you heard Egyptians, you know? They were just near the this river. Because Nile River was a river through which the people were actually cultivating. Because you know the South African areas are almost like a desert. And having a river is a kind of like a blessing for them. Yes or no? And today even for us, if you have the river nearby your house, you may do a lot of work. You may draw the water from the river and then can irrigate in the field. You can grow the crops. And you can make the houses, you can build that. Because the water is available. So this kind of like a facility, whenever there is available, people are settling. And you can find the people where settling, it means densely settling. Why? Because the facilities are more. So that's why when you look at the world map, the mostly densely settling people are found where? In the Asian continent. In the Asia continent. Because in Asian continent, you will find that people are getting most of the facilities. Today, for example, India is the second largest in a population wise. Why? People here are liking to settle down. Why? Because they find that there are some of the facilities and opportunities and an environment is suiting them for living. Very suitable environment. But suppose you live in the Rajasthan in the desert and all. Perhaps people are making different ways of living. Means it is possible in India. In India, every corner of this India, there is a possibility of living to some extent peacefully because people are having a different set of mind to build up the houses, to create the environment by themselves. So that's why you have to understand. So this Nile River, Tigris River, Indus Valley, and Sanpo, these are the rivers actually having the history behind and the civilization. That's why civilizations started. And civilizations, when started, people became sensible. People became sensible. Just opposite. That is how the civilizations began. Now, civilizations whom we call? To whom we call civilization or civilized people? To whom? Because in the civilized society, you can find that there are some systems. There is an order. People are very much like respectful. People are sensible. People are educated. Constructions, technologies are much more different than the rural areas. So the civilizations began at the time by the different facility that people created by themselves. So that is the thing we are speaking about the settlement. Now, settlements are actually two types. You must remember. Settlements are how many types? 8 types. Settlements. 2 types we can find. Settlements are 2 types. One we can call it permanent. Okay? Permanent. And second one is a temporary. Temporary. So permanent settlements. Now as I have already mentioned about the permanent settlements. Some of the features that we have to keep in mind, that permanent settlements, when you speak about, it means the people are here living for the longer period of time. Yes or no? Long period of time. Okay? One of the features. And then again, when you see people are living here permanently, and constructions are here solid. Constructions are it means establishing area. Establishing. It means constructions are solid, then establishments are actually done very strongly. They are not going to be moved anywhere. So they are permanently. But when we speak about temporary, it is for the short period of time. Short period of time. Then again, where is that short period of time can be? Especially people are living in the forest now. Especially like you are going to the jungle and then you got stuck. So 1 day, 2 days you may stay. That is also you may create some such house and all that, you know, but permanently you can't. So forest. Then where? Desert. In the desert also suppose you get you got trapped. Then in the desert also you can't live longer. You need some different things to survive. So that's why people are temporarily also settling down. Or people who are nomads. Nomads, of course, we know that they are moving from place to place to different places, and they are not permanently staying there. So nomads as well as settlement. I will be asking you the same thing whenever I will be meeting you in the next classes. So you have to keep in mind all this explanation. Okay. So further we will be discussing about the settlements. That is further we can divide the settlements like this. Further settlements can be divided. What we can say? One is rural settlements. Rural settlements can be divided into two. That is a permanent and a temporary. But more than we can divide, the settlements can be divided into again some more. That is a rural and a urban. Okay? Rural and urban. So now let us know about the rural settlements. Now see, rural settlements is a what do we call? Extensive area. You must remember. Extensive. It means when you go to the village, remote areas, you will find that huge areas are empty. Yes, one or two houses will be there. That is called extensive area. But in the town you go, thickly. No? It means areas are very close here. Areas are close by. Very difficult. Okay? These are the features. Then again, people are actually engaged in a town, rural, engaged in a agriculture. Yes or no? Fishing. In the village, you see that people are going for fishing all the time. Then making craft and all. Craft making like bamboo, wood, all this one. Then work activities, then trading and all, small trading they do. Trading. Isn't it? But In urban areas, you will find people are living closely and people are engaged in the trade and service. Yeah, trade and service. Services. And then again, you can find that people are actually very busy. They don't have time to talk to each other. No? In the urban areas. And in the busy schedule. And buildings are so close by that when I open, I'll see you. No? Whenever you open the window, you will see the another fellow here from the window. Coming out, no? In a city. So, thickly populated area, urban areas. So now, the features you have to keep in mind. Go through. Human environment, when we speak about, we are first of all speaking about the settlements. Settlements is done by how? By people started making the home. Secondly, people started growing the crops, and then people started living near the river by different facilities. And then again, from there, people started becoming the civilized. They started forming the civilization, and then this civilization has been taken place by settling in two ways. There is a permanent and a temporary. In the permanent, we are speaking about the long period of time people are living. Then constructions are done very solidly, and then they are establishing there permanently. Temporary, when we speak about short period of time, and then where we can live in the short period of time, in the forest and desert, and then people are as a nomad, they are living. And this settlement can be further divided into again two, that is a rural and urban. So rural and urban. And in the rural areas, you can find people are living in the extensive area, huge area, and the people are engaging themselves in the agriculture, then fishing, craft making, trading, and then in the urban areas, people are living closely, very thickly formed, and here people are very much busy by their trade and different services, offices, and people are very busy. So these are the things about the settlement. So in the next class, I'll be talking about the transportation. Okay, transportation, and then followed by means of communication. Okay, thank you.